We're here at the Transplant Games in Birmingham, Alabama, 2024, and we're here with Doobie.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Doobie, so you mind sharing your story with us briefly?
Sure. 8 years ago on Sunday, June 30th, I donated a kidney to a former football teammate of mine, and never looked back. Appreciated it. I did it, and I guess my only regret is I can't do it again while living. So best thing I can do is come here, raise awareness for the need for transplant.
Perfect. And what as a donor, correct? What's the organ that you donated?
It was a
to?
kidney, yeah.
Kidney?
So I believe it was my left one.
Left one?
Yeah.
Perfect. And now, is this your first games?
Yes, this is my first one. I signed up for one 4 years ago, 2020, in New Jersey, where I'm from originally. I got canceled, obviously, because of COVID.
Yeah.
And, my younger brother, he's a corneal transplant recipient. And he's come, I think, to 2 other ones of these, and had told me about it. And I, decided, to take a chance, come down here. And I said, you know what? Let me go big and hot and in Birmingham.
Yeah, it's a little humid too.
You're from New York, right?
From Jersey, but I live in
Jersey,
Minnesota.
okay.
Yeah, I've been out there the last 30 years.
Okay, that's great.
Yep.
And so what led you to become a donor? What were you thinking when
Like
you
most
decided
people,
to become a donor?
it really does not cross their mind until it crosses your plate. It comes out in front of you. I had a teammate who I wasn't even aware. He was needed a transplant, or at least he was looking for one for about a year. Had 100 people step up to offer to donate, get tested. I was not on social media, so that's how he was getting the word out. And finally, like a year later, someone from our alumni network for the football team said, hey, Big Ed needs a kidney. If anybody's interested, fill out this online form. So then, and I didn't jump into it. Something like that, you gotta run it by your spouse, your family, things like that. So I just checked with my wife, and I told her, I said, Ed's having some kidney troubles, and she's like, oh wow, that's tough, that's horrible. I was like, and he's looking for a kidney donor, and then she looked at me like, and you're thinking about doing it. I said, what? That's a great idea, but no, I didn't cross my mind.
Yeah.
So yes, it did cross my mind, and then I filled out the online thing to check and went through the testing, and lo and behold, I was a match. And still, even then, it was like 6 months later. It's on my terms, which is great. I was really nervous because you don't know. So now I take what I do know and then just spread the word to people and tell them. I was like, I'm not trying to get you to donate a body organ. I want you to contemplate that. You got to think it in your mind first. You better think it in your mind first. You don't just, this isn't something you just on a whim do. And that's my message and I've actually gotten 5 friends and coworkers in the last 8 years to donate a kidney. 2 of them altruistically. They're like, you know what?
Amazing.
Good things happen. It's methodical. It's safe. And I want to help somebody. And they actually just donated. So, they say there's a spot for me in heaven, but they're going to get canonized. They're going to become a saint for what they did.
No, what you did is amazing. That's great. You saved someone's life, and that's a gift that no one can ever give, So,
oh, yeah. No, it's definitely, I've donated over 100 pints of blood, but this similar concept, just ratcheted up a few notches, and but it's the same thing. There's a need for it. So that's my message is there's a need. Give the thought to it, because for me, if I needed one or my family members needed one, it's got to start from somebody.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Why not me?
Yeah, agree. I 100% agree. I'm a recipient, so I totally.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because exactly.
Have a donor like you to be.
That's the sad reality, and along the way, that's how I met people. It took a while, like 6-7 months before I actually donated. And I started talking to people. Really helped calm me down because the more people I talked to, I found out about recipients and see the lives they're leading. I also heard about people that should have been recipients that didn't get one and are no longer with us. And I heard stories of people that donated. I even heard of stories that people just had kidney issues that had one removed. And I'm like, oh, so you had done what I'm going to have done. I said, you can definitely relate to it. And so that was the nice part for it was you got to talk to people because it really calms the nerves. And so I want to give back that way for the people that help mentor me or just, calm me down. I want to do that for other people. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you do anything outside of just speaking amongst your friends and family about advocacy? Are you part of anything?
I've done it for the local network up in Minnesota. I went and talked to potential, recipients. It was funny because one guy came and he was he just asked. He's like, should I just like walk up to people in the crowd and start asking? I'm like, you could. I said, but I don't think that's gonna be the way. I said, you have to plant that seed. Just mention to people. I mean, and then just keep doing it. Don't get discouraged because people for good reason are gonna question and not want to do it. And you don't want necessarily that kind of person. You want the person who is like, let me mull that over. Let me explore it. Let me, find out more research on it, and then I'll make an informed decision. Because the same thing is, you don't want the person who doesn't want to, or the person who's overly in and wants to. You need someone who's it's a good fit. And the other thing I did was for my 50th birthday a year ago, I did a whole week worth of activities related to raise awareness for kidney donation.
Amazing.
And I did a big tailgating event. I did a pickleball tournament, a 5K run, Scrabble tournament. Just got something for all of my friends in my little groups. I said, and the nice part was they all collided and intermingled, which they normally wouldn't have done, but they were willing to do it because they knew it was important to me and they knew it's important to others. So that's what you have to do is, people deep down want to help, but they don't realize the importance of it and the call to act. And that's what it comes down to is most of the time we don't act until someone asks. So you got to make that ask. You got to inform people and just, doing things like you guys are doing right now. If I am not here telling my story, even if it's just one person, I'm sure you guys have a lot more viewers than that. But just that one person, that's what you're looking for, is just to spread that word because, everybody here, I'm assuming, is already on board. But it's people that are not part of it. And even coming into town, the airport had lots of things about the event. People in town are talking about it, and that's why they do this. It's for us to celebrate, but also to raise awareness to people who wouldn't normally have any clue about it. They know things go on, but they don't know anything about it. And other than that, and that's what we want to do is just raise awareness and educate.
Yeah, 100% agree. That's amazing that you do so much for transplant and the transplant world.
That's what it is. It's I like doing it, doing things like that in general. This one, like I said, raises it up a notch.
Yeah.
It's but it's one of those ones I believe in it and no regrets. So
that's amazing. We love that you are here with us and participating in all the other sports. Are you going to participate in any other sports?
Yes, hopefully something indoors and water related tomorrow. I think I'm doing swimming.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Anything else? Are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to do track and field. Okay. I'm going to do pickleball later in the week. But even those, some of these things, like I've run before. I played pickleball before.
Yeah.
But shot put and discus, I've never done that until this week. My daughter, who's actually a pretty good thrower, she had to show me this week, and she was like, ha, you think you're good at everything, but I got something you don't know how to do. So that's what it is. It's also about taking chances on the unknown.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of symbolic of organ donation. You don't know until it's you come out the other side, and you're like, okay, good. So that's another one was I could stay in my comfort zone and do things that I'm only good at or I'm familiar with. That's not how kidney donation or organ donation works. You're going outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, and it's very synchronous with what we're doing out here because a lot of people haven't participated in all these sports and they're taking a big chance and coming out here and trying
the variety
sports.
of things. There's something for everybody, whatever level of athleticism or physical fitness or health you are. There's something for everybody, and I like the inclusive-ness of it.
Agreed.
So it's good.
Yeah, and you don't have to be good at any of this.
No, you just have to come out and try it. Just be a supporter. So
yeah, that's amazing. What would you like to share? Just with the, how do we come out to the transplant games? How would you encourage patients and donors and families to come out?
For future people, it's one of those ones. My brother's here with his family. He's done it a couple times. I'm here by myself, but it's one of those ones that, invite people. It's a fun event. I just went out last night. We're meeting the people. I am because they live in New Jersey and I'm out in Minnesota, but we went out for food last night and we're planning on doing it the whole week. And that's what it comes down to. And I'm just meeting people, especially even like I don't have it on now, but the trading pins. You're going up and talking to people and things like that. It's just, you won't know until you take a chance and have a conversation with somebody. And like I said, that one guy, don't walk up to people and just say, hey, can you donate a kidney? Befriend people and, good things will happen as a result of it. And that's the idea is you got to kind of do it. But so, in the future, I'm hoping to be able to bring my wife and my family for them to come out. And, there's even for the supporters and things like that. You don't have to be a recipient or a donor. It's for everybody. Anybody that wants to just support the concept of transplant donation, that's who's invited, and I encourage people to come out again.
Yeah.
Perfect. So as a
Great.
final note, I just want to say thank you, Doobie, for taking the time, catching your breath, and then definitely this story will help others get educated of how to become a donor. They have no idea who to go to, what association or hospital, right?
Oh, yeah.
So definitely that it's gonna give hope for many.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for what you guys are doing. That's it. That's what they call it. The big ask.
big ask.
Everybody. I love that catchline tag phrase because people are like, "What is the big ask?" I'm like, "You just walked right into that." Thank you. I was like, I will now explain the big ask because it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
well, thank you very much.
Thank you, time, and enjoy your week.